It is interesting to think about because as we were talking about it, we were just discussing that, I'm like thinking about, man, like what have they or what could they do? And could you even envision a world where one of the bigger dogs could create something today that would be how, like, we talk about a Nightfall or a Crisis on Infinite Earths, or again, even a new character for that matter that is going to stand the test of time? Could you even envision, like, I can't even think of that happening.
If the right person was
Well,
involved.
I mean, that's pipe dream stuff, though, right?
Yeah,
like that's
but let's say DC
rehire Chuck Dixon type shit. Yeah,
or yeah, chucked it. Or they say Mark Millar, let's get Mark
yeah,
Millar on the phone. Or they say, Dan, please come back to Superman, and we want something really fucking we want a story that's going to blow. Those types of people could probably come up with those. That they could probably create a character. Chuck could create a character. Mark, Dan, they could create a character that people just like, boosh. In recent years, we saw the popularity of White Knight, Batman White Knight with Sean Gordon Murphy.
mm-hmm.
And that was just giving him his own sort of Bat universe to play with, kind of running loosely off the assumption that it was the animated series grown up sort of thing.
Yeah.
But he took that, and that was astronomically popular, that first one, the first Batman White Knight. So it can be done, but unless you're going to put the right people in charge, or unless you're going to give the reins to the right people, it's certainly not going to get done with a fucking Kenny Thompson or a Kelly Sue DeConnick or a Vida Ayala or a Mags Visaggio. Which I should probably check the Twitter account to see.
Oh yeah, you can make sure that that assistant is staying on it with those posts. You'll know it's her because it'll be marked MV.
Yeah, just like every fucking thing is. This is my agent doing this. Oh, you gotcha. I'm just waiting for the crowd. 1st of August, retweet. Okay. 2nd of August, retweet.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Zack Snyder retweeted for Rebel Moon because she wrote that book.
Oh yeah, she wrote the prequel book. So she has some investment in that.
Oh God, who bought that? Anyone? No.
All the same ones that bought Alan Scott's Truck Stop book.
Oh, we got a couple of my new YA graphic novel, Girl Mode, is up on NetGallery.
Is that the one we talked about? Yeah, that is the one. That was the one we talked about like 3 shows ago or whatever.
Yeah, it looks like dog shit. Yeah.
We talked about that.
Lot of retweets. Oh, yeah.
Going back to your point, yeah, none of those are going to be producing anything that's going to stand the test of time. I think a lot of there's going to be value in buying a comic because it's going to be a first appearance or something like that, or something that's very intriguing and it's going to feel organic and non-manufactured. That's going to come from the independents, which is sad, right? I mean, when you think about it, right? You think about
no, it's not. It's not sad at all.
Well, not from.
It's not remotely sad.
Fair.
What? But seriously though, why? What right does the mainstream have?
They don't. To be fair, they don't. It's more nostalgia than it is anything else. So yeah, you're completely correct on that. They're not owed anything, right? Just because you've been around does not mean that you're necessarily owed. People will give you benefit of the doubt again far more earlier than they would maybe someone else, but just because you have characters that they may grew up with or they've loved. But yeah, it's not like they're owed support or success or any of that stuff, to your point.
No, sir.
So yeah, it is some, but I mean, I'm trying to even think of what was the last, I mean, I know we talked about this before in our earlier episodes, like what was the last big, like, major even Batman event like that, or like, and by event, I'm just saying like storyline. Essentially, it's
Court of Owls.
Okay,
which wasn't close to as good as Hush.
No,
because I'd say it would go. You'd have to go back to Hush.
What was that? What was Hush? That was
2003, 2004.
Yeah, I almost 05. Well, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
So I would say that I'd say Court of Owls was probably the last big Batman story that had some impact.
That could be referred to like in the next 20 years that someone will be like, okay, that's not only that it's recognizable that it again, to your point, had impact. Yeah, they're not doing that anymore. Like, I mean, you can even think of the last 10 years. I can't think of jack shit.
Not really.
Nothing. I can think of maybe stuff that I've liked. Hell, I was okay with Tom King initially. Right, like I could say that
First Dark's fine, yeah,
like, but I'm not gonna. But even then, I wouldn't say that stuff like, yeah, man, that's really gonna be. We're gonna remember that one little short arc or something like that, or this new character got introduced and now they're gonna be badass. I can think of one. I can think of a lot of manufactured ones. I'd argue, and some people in the chat may argue with me about it, but I'd argue that one of the most manufactured ones, even if it has a little legs, I still feel that it's manufactured as Miles Morales. Like, I feel like that's just the fakest. And then to be fair, it's not even a new character. Is it? Like, you could, even if I took my objectivity out of it, it's not technically a new character because it's Spider-Man.
But
so
the thing is with Miles Morales is they could have done the right thing when they merged him into the universe. Is they could have been like, well, Peter's here. This Peter's alive. This Peter is Spider-Man. So that was the time for Miles to get his own identity.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. Because they're too fucking scared of giving Miles his own identity because they're worried if they do take Spider-Man away from his name, then he's going to be do you know what he's going to be? He's going to be, and this is the fucking funny thing, Miles fucking Morales.
Yeah.
And that's where that joke really kind of like hits home because that's all he'll be.
Yeah. It's not, and I can't even count. If we're talking purely original, like mainstream, like of the big two, right? Purely original storylines and or characters in the last 10 years, I'm legitimately trying. One that I could say that was impactful, or that character is gonna matter. That character is gonna stand the test of time and be one of the more prominent characters in that universe. Or to that company, I cannot think of it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.